I've always known Pine Ridge Estates was crawling with busybodies, but I didn't think they'd come for me, until Karen Finch decided my grandfather's old ranch cabin didn't fit the community's modern aesthetic. My family's been here longer than the HOA's existence. My grandfather built our log cabin himself in 1964, up on a ridge overlooking the creek. For decades, it's been my weekend retreat. Just a porch, a wood stove, and memories of better times. When I came back to Pine Ridge after my dad passed, I found that Karen, the so-called architectural standards chairwoman, had taken it upon herself to lead an appearance crackdown. She went after old barns, sheds, anything rustic. According to her, weathered wood and tin roofs brought down luxury property values. Last spring, I caught her measuring my cabin with her minions, clipboard in hand. She didn't even flinch when I asked what she was doing. "Just documenting code violations," she sniffed. "Your structure's unpermitted. You'll need to remove it or the HOA will escalate." I laughed it off. My cabin predated the HOA by decades. It was protected under a grandfather clause, something Karen either didn't know or didn't care about. A month later, I came home from town to see 2 county deputies and a tow truck hauling a rented bulldozer up my drive. Karen stood there waving her phone like a sword. She'd filed a nuisance complaint, claimed the cabin was abandoned and unsafe, and told the sheriff I was refusing to comply. The deputies were polite, but they had paperwork, or so they thought. Too bad for Karen, I'd seen this coming. See, what Karen didn't know was that at the last HOA election, fed-up neighbors had written me in on the ballot for president. The old president had quit over her nonsense. I'd won the job by 4 votes while working out of state. I'd only just gotten back with the signed paperwork to make it official. I asked the deputies to pause and went to my truck. I pulled out the county land records, my grandfather's deed, the letter from the county commissioner confirming the cabin's historical exemption, and the HOA board minutes naming me the new president. I walked right up to Karen, who was already barking at the dozer operator to get moving, and handed her the folder. Her smirk cracked when she saw the letterhead. She tried to snatch it back, but the deputy held it up and read every word. "I'm the president now," I said, "which means I outrank your committee, Karen. And your little demolition order doesn't exist. The cabin stays." Karen tried to pivot, called me unfit and unqualified. I asked the deputies if they saw any code violations that actually endangered the community. They did not. I asked if they wanted to see the cabin's inspection certificate from 2 weeks ago. They did. Passed with flying colors. Karen sputtered and threatened to sue. I told her she could do that, and reminded her she'd just ordered heavy machinery onto private land under false pretenses. The deputies gently suggested she pack up and go before she got hit with trespassing. Karen stomped off down the drive, yelling into her phone about lawyers and emergency meetings. A week later, I called a real emergency meeting, my first act as president. Half the neighborhood turned up. I laid out every letter Karen had ever written, every petty citation she'd handed out. Turns out I wasn't the only one she'd targeted. We voted to dissolve her committee. We rewrote the exterior appearance guidelines. The cabin stays, weathered wood, tin roof, and all, as a tribute to how Pine Ridge started, long before the fake stucco McMansions and golf carts rolled in. Now I sit on my porch most evenings, watching the sun dip behind the oaks. Neighbors wave from the road. Karen still scuttles by sometimes, eyes narrowed, but there's not much she can do anymore. Funny how power works. One day you're telling everyone what to tear down. The next you find out the old cabin you hate is run by the new boss.